What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. It has been a crazy week in the NFL. We had the Russell Wilson trade, the Carson Wentz trade, and now we have the Khalil Mack trade. So, of course, today we are doing a Khalil Mack Los Angeles Chargers rebuild. Now, before we get in this video, guys, if you could leave a like and, of course, subscribe if you're new around here, it would be greatly appreciated. We've done the two rebuilds on Russell Wilson in Denver, and of course Carson Wentz in Washington. Now I do have a couple more planned, obviously, that have to do with all these trades that have been going down, so definitely subscribe for more. But let's go ahead and try to send this trade through. I doubt it'll even go through if I actually try to send this trade through Madden. This is what the real life trade was. It was a 2022 second round pick and a 2023 sixth round pick over the Chicago Bears for Khalil Mack, where the Chargers get Khalil Mack. If I submit this, and yeah, it's not going to go through completely, so I got to go put this trade through, and then we'll talk about this rebuild and talk about the Los Angeles Chargers. So I also went ahead and extended Mike Williams as well. I gave him the big fat contract the Chargers extended him in real life, but we do have Khalil Mack now here on the Los Angeles Chargers, opposite side of Joey Bosa. So they have a really nice pass rush duo with these two. Obviously, you're going to kind of need it with all the quarterbacks in the division now. So I'm very excited for the Los Angeles Chargers going out and making a move like this. This looks really good. And you got Derwin James. This defense is looking a lot better. Obviously, we still have a lot more we need to take care of, though. We could use another middle linebacker. We need another left end for sure. And then a corner wouldn't hurt either. And then offensively, definitely could improve the offensive line as well. It's not terrible, but could use some work. And then tight end position is something we need to look at for sure. But as far as quarterback, that's not going to be a problem today. That's been a problem with some of the rebuilds we've done lately. But no, Justin Herbert is the man, obviously, here. So $50 million in cap space still. I know the Chargers had a lot of money, so $49 million after the Khalil Mack trade and extending Mike Williams. So now, and like I said, Madden is weird, so I don't know if for sure that's actually true, if the Chargers actually have $49 million still. But it's Madden, so I'm just going to have to go with it. So, cornerback, I know for sure was one of our biggest gaping holes. You got Stephon Gilmore that you can maybe bring in here. Dante Jackson. There's a lot of interesting corners you could go for out here. So, Gilmore is definitely standing out to me for sure. That would be an awesome addition to this team. Definitely in need of a corner. And then offensive line, a guard wouldn't hurt either. So, you got DeCastro, you got Corbett, you got Kappa. So, one of those guys would just be solid real quick to bring in. So, I think I'm going to real quickly just get this out of the way. Not Austin Corbett. I'm going to change it up, I guess, a little bit today and go for Alex Kappa instead. Just got Austin Corbett yesterday in the Washington video, so I'm just going to try to get a different offensive lineman look. So we'll get Alex Kappa. And then tight end was something we really needed to look at as well. So for the tight end position for the Chargers, you got Zach Ertz, you got Evan Ingram, who's out here, Robert Tonyan, David Njoku, obviously got franchise tag in real life. You got CJ Uzama, Tyler Conklin. So, I mean, there are some tight ends here, so we'll probably just sign somebody relatively simple. I won't go for Zach Ertz necessarily, which it would be solid, but I'll wait till tight end. I'll wait for tight end to address that real quick. I think I am going to go shoot for the stars with Stephon Gilmore, though. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal here in Los Angeles, get ourselves a new corner to add to the defense. And obviously, it's going to be a little bit more of our money being spent. He has no other offers yet. And then we need a defensive lineman as well. So Sebastian Joseph Day, you have Linval Joseph. That's something we need to look for. So I guess we'll start off with Sebastian Joseph Day. Bringing him in here would be great. Just another killer offseason for this Chargers team that's going to be able, that's going to need to compete in this division. Like I said, it got a lot better with Russell Wilson coming over. So you're definitely going to want pass rush. You're definitely going to want good defensive players. So we're going for that right now. Devondre Campbell, Rashad Evans. I mean, we might just wait for the rest of, we'll wait till day 2 to see what else we could need. So you have Gilmore, Sebastian Joseph Day, and Alex Kappa as our first few offers, and we'll see if those 3 go through. If they do, then we know what else we need. So let's see if these 3 go ahead and accept our contracts, and then we'll have a really good start. So all 3 accepted. Really good start to the offseason. Got ourselves a corner. We got Sebastian Joseph Day, and we got Alex Kopp on the offensive line. So looking really good so far. My last signing in free agency was for Akeem Hicks to put him on the defensive line. We needed another defensive lineman, and we'll be going into the draft needing a tight end and also going to be needing a middle linebacker. So that's something we need to focus on. And by the way, yesterday was the first time I ever saw these 5th-year option things, and that's because Madden just now updated and put them back in, which is kind of funny. But I'm going to pick up the 5th-year team option on Tillery because he's a start of them at free safety, or Jerry Tillery. Or no, that wasn't free safety. My apologies. That was our, I think, our right end. So we'll go ahead and pick it up on him. And then with no more cap space left, we obviously kind of spit big in free agency here, kind of swung for the fences with this division getting so freaking good. Now we need to draft. Well, we have our first round pick. Obviously, we don't have our second because of the Khalil Mack trade. But in the third round, we could probably go tight end. I think tight end third round, probably go middle linebacker round 1. That's probably going to be our... Oh, we'll kind of see what's there round 1. It really doesn't matter. We'll get best available, and then we'll go from there. So let's jump right into this draft, and let's see what we can get. So we are pick number 17 in this draft. And again, tight end, middle linebackers are our biggest needs, but of course you can definitely go for whatever you could actually need. So, or whatever is best available. So you have Kenny Pickett. I'm not going to take a quarterback though. We have our quarterback, so no reason to do that. Kenyon Green, you got Breece Hall, you got Charles Cross, you got Devin Lloyd, which makes a lot of sense. Ahmad Garner is here as well. So we could technically take a corner, which also would make some sense. Okay, so I'm actually torn now. Devin Lloyd, I think it's gonna be between Devin Lloyd or Ahmad Garner, and I'm really leaning towards Garner here because I mean, we did get Stephon Gilmore, don't get me wrong, but it's not like we're not great at corner right now. So I kind of like the idea of getting... I'm doing it. Ahmad Garner, welcome to Los Angeles. We could use your services. So not our biggest need whatsoever, but we're definitely going to need a tight end in round 3. No questions asked. Tight end's gonna have to be the selection here. So let's go see if we can get ourselves a tight end. And we're not actually killed at middle linebackers. We actually do have a solid middle linebacker still, or 2 solid ones. You know, the second one isn't the greatest, but he's serviceable. But tight ends that we can grab here. What do we got still? We got Sam Laporte. Okay, none of these guys look that great. So we might have messed up by not getting a tight end, and maybe obviously I don't know if we should have drafted a tight end round 1 necessarily, but sucks we're not gonna have one. So we could take David Bell out of Purdue. You got Nolan Smith, you got Noah Kane, Merlin Robinson, Ventrell Miller, and I might take David Bell out of Purdue real quick at wide receiver. C catching. Our third wide receiver wasn't the greatest, so we'll just grab another wide receiver here in round 3, and then we'll go to our 4th round pick, where obviously we're not going to really be able to get much of anything. And this is where I kind of want to get creative, low-key, because we really do need a tight end in the worst way. So let me see if I can find a way to get a tight end through trades, maybe. If not, then we're just going to have to really just suck it up and not have a tight end this year. So we did not get a good tight end in the draft whatsoever. We're kind of stuck with McKitty here, so hopefully he can be just solid, I guess. 64 overall, not ideal whatsoever. We got Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Joshua Palmer, Mike Williams. We also drafted David Bell, obviously. And then take a look at the defensive side of the ball. You have Ahmad Garner, Asante Samuel. So Ahmad Garner isn't even high in the depth chart, which is kind of unfortunate. I would almost rather see him start over Michael Davis here, but we'll leave it the way it is. We have Tillery, we have Sebastian Joseph Day, and we have Akeem Hicks. So the defensive line, front 7 looks pretty good. Secondary is solid. Gilmore, brings us a little bit of a good cornerback, and then Asante Samuel, of course, is young. So I mean, this division's gonna be tough. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, we're gonna need a tight end in the offseason very badly. Probably should have addressed that this offseason. I took an L on that part, but we'll see how it goes, man. And hopefully this Chargers team can make the postseason. So similar to the last video, we went 4-13 in the very first season. It's okay. We have our work cut out for us. I don't think the Chargers would be this bad. I mean, I know the division's gonna be tough, but come on. We got Justin freaking Herbert. He can lead us to, where we want to. We have like no money either. So we spent a lot of it last year. Offense was 22nd in the NFL, and defense was 16th in the NFL. So, I mean, I guess the defense was not terrible, but 31 touchdowns. Austin Eckler had 1,000 yards rushing, receiving-wise. Keenan Allen, 1,400 yards, 900 from Mike Williams. 700 from Trey Mc... Actually, not too bad for a tight end that wasn't that great, obviously. We definitely need to upgrade that if possible. And then defensively, Khalil Mack came over here and had 20.5 sacks. You love to see that. That is a great production we got at Khalil Mack, but it doesn't matter because we sucked. So what are we celebrating for? You know what I mean? Like, we're terrible. So we got a whole offseason to figure this out because this did not look good whatsoever. But thankfully, we'll have our first round pick, I believe. So that'll definitely be, awesome because we're going to need that for sure. So we could maybe take Eric Armstead, or not Eric Armstead. I forget what his name is, but there's a stud tight end in this 2023 draft class that we might be looking at. So a total of a whopping $3 million in cap space does not bode well for a team that might have some pending free agents. Let's see who's Derwin James. We're not even going to be able to afford him our way. Nasir Adderley. So both our safeties. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and obviously we want to keep Brian Bulaw. Well, he's 34. We'll see. We definitely want to keep both our safeties for sure. So Derwin James and Nasir Adderley is going to be my number one things I got to focus on. So what are we going to do with this whole cap space situation? We have $3 million to our name. No cap space. We spent it all. So I probably shouldn't have spent it as much as I did. But hey, I did it. So nothing I can do about that now. So savings wise, we can cut Khalil Mack, but he's a title video, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cut Joey Bosa. You can technically cut Keenan Allen, but I really want to do that. And then we could cut Tillery, which makes a lot of sense. We save $14 million by doing that. So I just picked up his option, but I am going to cut him. We save up $14 million by doing this. So we're definitely going to be doing that. And then is there anybody else? Brian Bulaga is a free agent, so that doesn't change anything. Stephon Gilmore, we could cut $10 million, but we just signed him. I won't do that. Derwin James, a free agent. Mike Davis, we could free up $7 million by, yeah, for sure, going to cut him as well. So yeah, I guess there were some cuts that we can make that I think we should be able to keep both our safeties, which is going to be great. And then we also have a left guard making $6.5 million. Probably going to cut, I believe he was our starter, so we're going to need another starter here. So we'll be cutting him, and then we should be able to keep Derwin James and artillery, which is good. Or however you say it. I don't think that was his name, but whatever. We'll figure it out. But we're going to cut both those guys, and then we're going to have money to resign both our safeties. So Nasir Adderley was actually really cheap, which is a good thing. And then Derwin James is probably going to be a lot more expensive, I imagine. Yeah, he's going to be taking like half our money here that we freed up. But hey, the good thing is we're going to be able to keep Derwin James around. We've been really bad if we lost him. So we're still going to be going into free agency with a little bit of money. Nothing crazy. But I know we can definitely draft. I got to see what draft pick we for sure have. But I know Eric Gilbert is in this draft class, and that's who I'm probably going to be taking with the tight end position, because obviously we need a tight end very, very badly. But let's go see what draft pick we do have, just to be sure of things. So $11 million of cap space gives us the ability to sign at least one person. We have the 4th pick in the draft, so hopefully we're able to grab Eric Gilbert with number 4, kind of like a Kyle Pitts situation for Atlanta. So let's go straight to our team now and see what else we kind of need. So offensive line, and obviously we know tight end, and another wide receiver wouldn't hurt, but we're not going to be able to address all that. So, damn, man, we really badly need some more offensive linemen in the worst way. We lost both of our left guard and our right tackle, so that's not good. And defensively, middle linebacker, a right end, and then corners I won't worry too much about. Asante Samuel, I know he went down to normal dev, but he's 23 years old, so not going to worry about corner as much as it may look like. But then a middle linebacker and also right end. So there's just so much we need to figure out, and just not enough money to do so. So this will be tough. It's going to be an uphill battle. Maybe shouldn't have went after Gilmore and Akeem Hicks the way I did. I thought we needed to get really good really fast, and I thought it would work out, but it didn't. So we're going to have to be very cheap with our signings. Very, very cheap. So obviously Montez Sweat would be awesome, but that would be all of our money, and we need more money than that. So let's go look at offensive line and see if there's any cheap options for us to go get. So right tackle is what we need. We got Brian Bulaga. We got Terrence Steele. Nothing really there. Right guard, David DeCastro. And then left guard, we have Eric Flowers, which actually might be an interesting option, or Connor Williams. So if we can get at least a guard, I'd feel pretty good about that. So Connor Williams is going to be my first guy I'm going to go for. So Connor Williams for my left guard position. I'll blow everyone's offer out of the water. And then I will look at the defensive line. We have Taquan Lewis, Dean Lowry. Then we also have Montez Sweat, Sheldon Richardson. Then I will look at middle linebackers. We got Bobby Wagner, and then, okay, so Bobby Wagner obviously would be awesome to bring him in. He has no offers yet, so you know what? Why not? Actually, I don't think I'm building for him. Never mind. I'm tripping. I don't know why I thought I even had a chance. Denzel Perryman might be an option. He has no offers yet, so we'll give him a 1-year deal maybe. It's not going to work, is it? So we're going to have to cheapen his offer. Probably not going to accept that, obviously. Maybe he will. Denzel Perryman gave him an offer, but that probably won't go through. But as long as we get Connor Williams to improve the offensive line, I'll feel a lot better about that. Middle linebacker is still definitely something we need to address, but tight end will be addressed in the draft for sure. We're going to get Eric Gilbert with our 4th overall pick, I think, for sure. But let's see if this is good enough to get Connor Williams, which is great. Denzel Perryman obviously did not accept. So we got one of our offensive linemen. And then in round 2, we'll probably have to draft a tackle in round 2. So middle linebacker is still something I really wanted to address. We'll figure that out. So hopefully get a middle linebacker, and then we still need a defensive lineman as well. Just a lot to do, not a lot of money. We only came out of free agency with 1 offensive lineman this year, so a lot of things we need to address in the draft. I'm really hoping Eric Gilbert follows me at number 4, because that's definitely who I want here to address my tight end position. And thankfully, he is here. Yes, he is. Let's go, baby. So we got a new tight end. We definitely could use him. We have no tight end right now, so that's going to be my 4th overall selection. And then let's go to our round 2 pick. We're going to need offensive linemen, defensive lineman or middle linebacker. I mean, any of those positions are going to be. We can even potentially trade down and maybe see if we can pick up a couple of second round picks. Is anybody willing to do that for me? We're in the 2023 draft, so I don't want to go. So we can pick up a fourth in this. A 20. If that was a 20. Ooh, wait a minute. Never mind. I don't think anyone's going to give me that luxury, unfortunately. If I could have gotten like a couple of seconds, I would have traded down. Or another third, I wouldn't mind that either. But I don't see that, I don't think. Wait, that's a 2024 second though, man. I want to keep a 2023 second, but I don't think it's going to be here. So, unfortunately for us, we're not going to get any good offers. We're not going to get we're not going to get any good trade down offers. Would have loved to have done that, but outside linebacker is not really what we need. We could use a Fidel Diggs. I just took him, but I never played him. And then we do need a tackle as well, man. What do we do here? Miles Hinton, A pass, Seedley block. I'm gonna take him. Hidden development, right tackle. So that addresses the offensive needs that we kind of needed to take care of. So now we're looking at defense. Middle linebacker and defensive line was our biggest need. So let's see if we can make sure we get both those again. Chris Bogle, you got MJ Sherman, you got Roy out of LSU. So, all right, well, let's see. Milton Wright. Okay, we scouted Chris Bogle quite a bit. C pursuit, C tackle, B zone coverage. So he looks more like a coverage linebacker. So maybe we could do that and move Mack down to the. I don't know. We'll see. MJ Sherman, right outside linebacker. A injury, C play recognition, C power moves, A hit power, B pursuit. Sure, we'll take him. MJ Sherman, welcome to the Los Angeles Chargers, my friend. We needed a linebacker and we took it. And now defensive line will be our fourth round selection, and we're gonna have to hope it's just a decent one. So let's see if we can get just that as our pick here is gonna be. We have Akeem Messador here, which might be our pick here. Beat block shit and beat power moves. He actually looks pretty solid for a fourth rounder, so we'll take him. He's normal dev, but I think we came out of the draft pretty good. Not too bad. Definitely not the best, but I feel pretty good about it. We got a stud tight end. I know that for sure. So that was a huge need. And we got a good tackle. So offense was kind of solved, but defense still to be desired. The offensive line looks so much more improved, which is a good thing, obviously. Wide receiver number 3 still could definitely use some work, but we kind of drafted David Bell for that. Obviously, we got a really good tight end. McKinney did pretty good, but I just can't rely on 67 overall. Eric Gilbert comes in as an 84. We got ourselves a 72 overall hidden development tackle. And then defensively, on the defensive side of the ball, we got ourselves a right end who's a 69 overall, which isn't the greatest, but we'll definitely take it, I guess. Hopefully he can develop. And then as far as the linebacker we took, MJ Sherman was actually a 74 overall. So we might actually move him to middle linebacker and just kind of, although pass coverage isn't that great, so I don't know if we should be doing that thing. I don't know, man. Maybe we're just leaving the way it is. So middle linebacker number 2 is still very bad, not gonna lie, but again, he's not very good at pass coverage either. So maybe we're just better off just taking a chance with it. So we're just gonna go ahead and move him, I guess, because that's our best chance, I think. Season number 1 was an absolute disaster, but this season was a lot better. We won 11-6 and we won our division, which I don't know if 11-6 wins this division, but hey, we won it and we'll take it. So the Broncos went 7-10. The Raiders went 7-10. Unfortunately, the Broncos in this simulation don't actually have Russell Wilson. I really wish you could have the real life stats and the real life draft order with, making trades for other teams. But unfortunately, I don't think you can do that unless if there's a way you can. I'm just stupid, but I don't think there is. But let's go ahead and upgrade everybody and kind of see what our overall is sitting at after we make all these upgrades. So really solid year, it looks like. So I'm very happy about that. 11-6 on the season. Let's go take a look at our stats and kind of see how things went, see how Khalil Mack did. 8th in the offense, which is great. 8th in the NFL, which is the potential where the Chargers could be. Obviously, really good offense. So you got Justin Herbert, 36 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Great stats. Obviously, Herbert's a stud. And rushing-wise, if it loads up, Eckler, 1,200 yards, 19 touchdowns on the ground. Eckler's also a stud, as we know. Then receiving-wise, Keenan Allen, 1,300 yards. Eric Gilbert came in, immediately made an impact. I knew we needed a tight end. We got ourselves a tight end. 9 touchdowns on the season. Mike Williams with 900 yards. Joshua Palmer with 800 yards. And then Eckler had 400 yards receiving as well. So, W. And then I really want to see if Khalil Mack had another great season. Obviously, 20.5 sacks last year was fantastic. And this year, he only had 12. But, hey, that's still good. So, 14 from Joey Bosa, 12 from Khalil Mack. What a duo that is going to be, by the way. Akeem Hicks, 5.5. Sebastian Joseph Day with 2. And Messidor had 2 as well. And then MJ Sherman 1.5 sacks. And then he actually got an interception as well. So we did play him at middle linebacker, which may not have been the most ideal thing in the world. But we also got Stephon Gilmore with 5 interceptions, which is a W. Still superstar, which is also really cool that we signed him and he's still superstar development. So, yeah, I'm very happy with how this went. Obviously, we have the Tennessee Titans here in round 1. We won our division, so we get the home game. So we're playing Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans. All we can hope for now is winning our playoff game and taking care of business. Justin Herbert's first playoff game. Hopefully it's a good one. We're going to need a good performance to beat the Tennessee Titans, who love to run the ball. So obviously they're going to try to keep Herbert off the field, but we can't have that. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa need to go wreak havoc on Ryan Tannehill, please. And we are going to come out and not score immediately. But then we put up a field goal. Dude, I hate putting up field goals, bro. Go put up a freaking touchdown, Herbert. Let's get something done here, man. 7-3 and 7. Another freaking field goal, bro. I told you, man. I don't like the field goals. Go put up a freaking touchdown and nothing yet. And nothing. Can we go tie it up, please? No. Wow, the offense is just selling right now. For it finally get a freaking touchdown on the board. Further 2-point as well. It is a tie ball game with 1:18 left on the clock. I don't know what is going on. Tennessee's defense might just be really good or something, but we're on our own 9-yard line. We turned it over just a second ago. We're going to need to get in field goal range, basically. That's all we kind of need. So let's see if we can do just that. I don't know. It's not like it's going to be the easiest thing in the world, but I'm going to scramble this one with Justin Herbert, gain some yards, give myself a little bit of some room here. That way I can come out and obviously win this game. 17-yard line now. Keenan Allen, do I throw it up to? Do I throw him a 50-50? Probably not. Probably not. We won't take that chance. I think I have Eric Gilbert here, so I'm just going to take the secure catch and make sure we get the catch. And then we might go back same play, just flip it. So might be going to Y here. Didn't really catch who that was, and that's there, and that's a big gain. Let's go, baby. Flip the play. We're already almost in field goal range. Good drive so far. I don't know why this couldn't have been done a lot earlier. Obviously, it's because I'm playing now, and I'm a freaking... Just kidding. I'm not going to go that far. But let's go, baby. We just need one more solid possession and or solid, I guess, play. I don't know what I'm talking about. But all right. There it is. We're going to get, maybe one more. 33-yard line is cool, but probably a little bit closer wouldn't hurt. So we could probably start running the football. I do kind of like the suggestion of running it because it obviously drain the clock for Tennessee. And the left side of this line looks really good. I might be able to cut this to the outside. No reason to cut. We might be able to beat the safety. Just kidding. We're going to get to the 20. I imagine that the Tennessee Titans are going to start calling their timeouts. It only makes sense for them to do so. 14-14. And that look that the Titans just gave me, I was about to say, if you give me that look again, I'm definitely going to gain another 10-15. So, all right, here we go. And this is going to be a nice gain as well. I probably didn't read it as best as I could. They're not going to actually call a timeout this time, which is interesting to me. But now they're going to call a timeout, of course. So I don't actually want to kick a field goal because field goals make me nervous. I'm not going to lie. So I'm actually going to try to win this game throwing it. And that sounds dumb, but I'm going to try it. So let's see if I can do just that. If not, I do have a timeout. No big deal. So play action this baby. And I'm just going to scramble it again. Why not? We're going to get to the 10-yard line. 11 seconds on the... I might just kick the field goal now. We might just kick the field goal. No reason to I carry this on. So I think I have to move it just a little bit closer. I assume the Tennessee Titans are going to... No, they did not call timeout. And just like that, we put up 17-14. It could have been that easy, but hey, you know what? Sometimes you have to jump in and do the job yourself. So that is going to be it for this wildcard weekend. We are on to next weekend against whoever is in front of us in divisional rounds. So we get another home game, but this time it is against a team that was just in the Super Bowl representing the AFC, the Cincinnati Bengals. Did not put up a great performance against Tennessee, so I'm hoping this time we can actually get some damn touchdowns on the board. Those field goals are not going to get it done. So we start off with the ball, and start of the possession didn't go so well. And again, no points yet, and still nothing. And the Bengals are going to come up 7-0, and we're going to go up, put a touchdown this time, thankfully. We're going to need to tie it up. Herbert versus Joe Burrow, by the way, which would be a fun playoff game to watch. That would be a nice combination of quarterbacks going at it, 17-14. If we can go put up a touchdown here, I was about to say, if we can go put up a touchdown, that would look really good. But nope, 2024. Now we can do it this time. Still nothing. Interception by Nasir Adderley, and we drain the clock, and we're going to the AFC Championship. They actually fired Zach Taylor, really? Why? Why did they fire Zach Taylor? I guess they just sucked last. I don't know. Whatever. Justin Herbert beats Joe Burrow. We're on to the AFC Championship. Another good quarterback matchup. We got Lamar Jackson versus Justin Herbert. Obviously, we all know all the stud quarterbacks are in the AFC now. All the young stud up-and-coming QBs like Mahomes, Herbert, Josh Allen. There's just so many talented young QBs in the AFC. So it's not surprising we're getting a couple good matchups here. So let's go see if we can beat Lamar Jackson. We just beat Joe Burrow, which is awesome. So this is another matchup against the other AFC team. So let's go, our AFC divisional team, I guess you should say. And it looks like they pick up a fumble and returned it. Did we do just that? 14-14 though. And it is going to be 21-14 them. We're going to need to tie it up. We do. It is a back and forth game that looks really good. Looks really entertaining. 21-24. Ravens tie it up. We're going to need a touchdown here. We get a field goal. 31-27. Go put a touch. Let's go, baby. 34-31. And the Ravens tie it up with 1:20 left. Okay, all I need to do once again is get this team in field goal range, and I'm really liking Keenan Allen one-on-one on the outside right now. I'm really loving it, but I'm not going to chance it. I'm actually just going to go to B underneath, and we're going to just get a little bit of yards. Not 4 touchdowns for Justin Herbert, so don't want to ruin this game with a stupid interception or anything like that. So I had X early, but I didn't take him, and I still have him, so I'm going to just go ahead and take that. And did I get out of bounds? I didn't. I did, actually. Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. So I'm stupid. All right. Let's get a quick play off here. I'm going to go to B. He's going to be there again. And just like that, 39-yard line already on the other side. We're going to use our first timeout. And we're already almost in field goal range once again. And it looks like they want me to start running the football. So guess we're in field. Ooh, you know what? I kind of like how this looks right now. I'm going to go to Keenan Allen here. 100%. I don't care who is guarding him. I don't care who is guarding him. I shouldn't have secured. Why did I secure catch? Why did I secure catch? Overtime, but I am poverty. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.